Hi, welcome to Get Set Up. I'm Jennifer and I'm so glad you joined me for today's workout. Cardio, floor core, and more. Okay guys, are you ready? Today we are doing a 30-minute workout that's going to target cardio, your core, and a little bit more. That's a surprise. So the core is going to be on the floor. So just a warning on that, you need to have a yoga mat or a soft surface to lay on. And don't worry too much about getting down on the floor. Once we get down there, we're gonna stay down there for all the core. There's not gonna be a lot of getting up and down. And for the cardio, we're gonna do our warm up body weight. And then for the strength part of the cardio, we're going to grab some light weights or water bottles, nothing heavy, just a couple pounds, to help us get our heart rate up a little bit more and build a little extra strength. So are you ready to get started? Okay, I know I am. So we are going to start with a body weight warm up. It's about 6 minutes and we're gonna do, run through our exercises about 50 seconds for each one and take a little 10-second break as we transition into the next one and I tell you what we're doing. So here we go. We're gonna do heel taps. Okay, you're just extending your leg out, heel to the ground, pushing your arms. Like you're pushing somebody away from you. Heel to ground, push. Okay, keep up with it. We have about 15 seconds. Heel tap, push, push, tap, tap, push, push. Okay, and 2 more. Okay, our next one is a half jack. It's like a jumping jack, but cut in half. So feel free to take it to the full jack if you want, but we are going to do alternating legs. Here we go. 45 seconds of these, half jacks. Right, left. The jumping jacks are great, but I find that the half jacks are a great way to treat your joints a little nicer. If you need a little lower impact activity that still gets your heart rate up, trust me, just get your heart rate up. We have 15 seconds of our half jacks. Left, right. You should be moving enough that you are starting to feel it, but that you can still talk. Okay, 1, 2 more. Okay, we're done with those. Now, our next exercise, I know you're gonna be feeling this one as much as me. Wacky jacks. Okay, so I know it's crazy, but we are going to do something similar to a jumping jack, just a little bit of a different movement. So I'm taking my hands behind my head. I'm not clasping. I'm just putting them lightly for pressure behind my head as like a guiding point of where to hold them. Shoulders back, and I'm bringing knee up. Trying to keep my balance, right? Bringing my knee up to my elbow. Like that, okay? If you start to lose your balance like I did, you just need to slow it down a little bit. Also, not necessary to tap. You can if you want. We're just moving, okay? The motions can be big or small. We're gonna keep this up for 30 more seconds. It's always a good thing to kind of move into your workout with a little dynamic action to get the blood flowing, muscles warmed up before you just jump in full force. 4 more, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next body weight warm up is Hacky Sacks. You know, that kids game that we used to play on the playground. Bring your heel up and tap it with the alternate hand. If you're really feeling it, you can bring the pace up a little bit. We have about 10 more seconds of these. Whew. Okay. A little 5-10 second rest while I explain the next one. Box steps. So this is a little dance movie for me, but we can do it. So right, left, back. Then you can add the alternate hands. "45 seconds. We're 10 seconds in. If you're not feeling very coordinated, like me today, just do little marching, swinging arms. "15 more seconds. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now grab a sip of water if you need to, and your weights. I'm using light weights because we are going to be keeping up the cardio, and it's just not realistic to throw around heavy weight at the same time. So, good news. You know all of the movements because we're doing the same thing, but with weight. And actually, here you go. If you have ankle weights, this would be a good time too to put on a little bit of extra resistance on the lower body. Not necessary, but if you have them, go for it. Okay, so I've got my light weights, I have my light ankle weights on. We're gonna do the same exercises, 45 seconds on, 45 to 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So here we go, heel taps. 45 seconds of these. Just adding a little bit of strength to your cardio exercises can help you build and maintain muscle. It's super important as we get older because it's so rude that we're programmed as humans to lose muscle mass with age, but there are ways to stop it, and workouts, the number one. Okay, 10 more seconds. Six more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Catch your breath. And if you remember, we have the half jacks next. Give you 4 more seconds of cooling down. Okay. Okay, half jacks for 45 seconds. If you'd like to add a variation to this, you can go in front of you. Crossing arms uses different muscles on the upper body. 15 more seconds. Four more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's take 5 or 10 seconds to cool down. Okay, the next exercise we're jumping into, wacky jacks. If you remember, that is same side, elbow to knee. So. I'm gonna do these for 45 seconds. We have about 30 seconds left. And it's a real hip opener. If that's getting to be too much on your hips, take it forward. Ten more. 1, 2. Okay. Take 5 seconds, and we're gonna start in with our weighted hacky sacks. 45 seconds of these. Okay, we have 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we will be moving into booty kicks. And this is where you'll feel it if you have a little bit of ankle weight on. So booty kick, and as we booty kick for our upper body, we'll just throw our arms back in a little tricep kick back. So 45 seconds of these. Okay, now we have 10 seconds left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, for our last weighted cardio exercise, we have those box steps. Here we go, 45 seconds. You can punch out. You can do whatever feels natural to you. From the upper body. Point is we're just moving for 45 seconds with our light weights. Okay, are you guys ready to count down the last 10 steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I got it. Let's just do 2 more. Okay, we are done with the weights. Let's get those off. Let's take our weights off for the core too, on the ankles. You could leave them on, but for some of them for back safety, I think it's better that we take the weights off our ankles. You need a yoga mat, let's get that down. And once we sit down, get down on the ground, we're not gonna be getting back up until we're done with the workout and the cool down, okay? So first exercise, all the core exercises, we are going to aim to hold them or do them for 30 seconds. We'll take about a 10 to 15 second break afterwards. If you cannot hold, a plank or whatever for 30 seconds. Then just go to failure, take your break until we're ready to jump into the next exercise or until you feel like you want to jump back in and try it some more. So we're going to do a forearm plank, 30 seconds. Remember, good form. Your feet are shoulder width apart for balance. Your bottom is tucked under. Your core is pulled in tight. Your hands are forward, your gaze is forward. You're not drooping. You're not sticking it up in the air. You're just holding it tight. So we are at, let's say we are halfway through. So we need 15 more seconds of planking. Dig deep. I'll count you down for the last 5 seconds. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's get up now into a tabletop position. Your knees are shoulder width apart, your hands are shoulder width apart. And we're gonna do bird dogs. So this one is really got a little bit of a mental exercise. Also really challenges your stability, your balance, and in doing so, it requires so many muscles of your core to keep you upright. So I'm gonna raise my right hand and my left leg at the same time, and then I'm gonna hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna come back in, do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have time for one more on each side. When you start to get tired is when you need to check in with your form the most. 4, 5. Back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. Okay, so that was a little core. I told you we were doing more in this workout, so we will, since we're in this tabletop position, we'll do some donkey kicks. Also, I meant to show you earlier, for some of the positions where you're on your hands like this, if that bothers your hands, your wrists, you can grab here, these are too small. You can grab a bigger dumbbell or a yoga block. I told you we weren't getting up, so you just stay down. But remember, you can take a dumbbell and use that to hold on to, and that will take a lot of the pressure off your hands and wrists. So we are going to do some donkey kicks. I'm in tabletop position. I'm gonna take my right heel, my toe is flexed, and I'm gonna drive it up towards the ceiling and back down. I'm gonna keep my back and core as parallel to the ground as I can, and then we'll alternate sides. We'll do 5 on each side and then 5 on the other side, and we'll keep going back till we hit the 45 seconds. No, 30 seconds. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do the other side. 1. Keep your foot flexed. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's repeat this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are our last 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, still in tabletop position here. This is a little bit of a challenge move, but see if you can bring your knees, you're on your tippy toes here. See if you can bring your knees off the ground a little bit and take a step backwards and then forwards. Okay, a bear crawl. Woo. Okay. Okay, so those were all the core exercises on our hands and knees. Now we're just going to roll over and lay on our backs. And we've got 30 seconds of flutter kicks. To help your back, please take your hands, thumbs apart, place them here under your hips and butt, and that will take a little bit of the pressure off your back. Raise your heels a few inches off the ground. The higher you go, the easier it is, so find the place that works for you, ranging from a couple inches off the ground to here. And we're just gonna flutter for 30 seconds. Back and forth. If you cannot maintain the fluttering for 30 seconds, that is perfectly fine. Just lower your feet and take a break until you're ready to jump in again. Okay, we have 10 right lefts left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Lower. Take a little breather there, and then we're gonna do a similar move, but we're gonna scissor our legs. Okay, so on the count of 10, we're gonna get in the same position, count of 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting my hands under my rear for some support, and I'm going to just scissor my legs back and forth like this. The lower you are to the ground, the closer your heels are to the ground, the more resistance you'll have on your abdominals and hip flexors. Bring them up a little bit. Let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. Now, back to the more part of the workout. We're gonna do 10 glute bridges as our core intermission. Got my feet shoulder width apart. My hands are laying down, palms down on the ground. I'm gonna drive my hips up towards the sky, squeezing my glutes, squeezing my butt. So here we go. 1, hold it for a couple counts, come down. Come all the way down to the ground. 2, 3, this is working your lower back and your glutes. 4, you also will be feeling it in your hamstrings. 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. Okay, we have 2 more core exercises, and then we're just gonna do a quick warm down. So here we go. We are going to do bent leg V-ups, alternating. So my hands are behind me, and I'm just gonna come up to meet my opposite toe. No need to have any sort of straight leg. Our knee is bent. I'm just gonna reach towards the next toe, alternating. So we have 20 more seconds of these. 4, 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, sit up. And then this is our last one. We're just going to do side-to-side twist from a sitting position. I've got my feet out in front of me, knees bent at a comfortable angle. I'm just gonna clasp my hands, go back and forth like this. So we'll do these for 30 seconds and we will be done with the core. Whew. The twisting, hitting your obliques. I can feel it in my lower abs too, with a slight leaning back position. 10 more seconds. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, so it is time to cool it down and wrap this cardio core and more workout up. I'm going to stay on the ground for my cool down. My legs are in front of me, I'm sitting up straight. Whew. Just thinking about my legs, stretching. I'm reaching for my toes, but I'm not forcing anything. I'm gonna slowly lower down, rolling my back down to the ground. Bring my knees up. And I'm going to just take my hips out here. My hands are a little to the side, and I'm just rolling my back side to side, twisting my knees, stretching my hips out, my lower back. Pull up, grab around my knees, lift my head a little bit and rock for my lower back. Roll back up slowly. Bend one knee, wrap my elbow around it, twist. Opposite side, twist. And then my last stretch, because we did so much ab work, so I'm going to come down in the front and I'm just gonna push up and stretch. I can feel this in my abs, my lower back. Leaning forward, stretching this way, leaning back as far as you can on your heels. It doesn't have to be all the way. Oh, let's do another one. Back. Yeah, and then we're done. Thank you so much for joining today and getting your workout on with me. You're hitting up some cardio, some core, a little more, and I hope you have a fabulous day.